Hello everyone, this is the video I promised you from our Wednesday Alexa programming session, and what we're doing here is just an easy way to get an Alexa skill developed and deployed so we can test it out. Now what you want to do is actually search on Alexa Developer Console. So for those of you that have not created an account yet, this is how you can get there and create the account. When you have your search results, you see right here, you go straight to the developer console. So I click on that. And then you are into my console. I was already logged in, so I did not have to log in. You will likely have to log in unless you're previously logged in and it's still kind of open. But what you want to do, you have this button right here called Create Skill. You want to click on that button. And then you can enter whatever skill name you want. Currently, I've been naming it Cougar, Q, and A because the whole idea with this skill is we'll be able to answer a lot of those questions that students have. You go down, English, keep that. It's going to be a knowledge skill. So when you get down here where you have options to pick from, instead of custom, you want to go to knowledge. Then you just scroll back up and say Create Skill. Now once your skill is created, or at least started, you have the option here to add template. So we want to click on that and add templates. There are 13 different templates that you can add. And depending upon what you want to play around with, I would just pick one to get started. Once we get this deployed for South Mountain, we may have multiples, but for learning purposes, let's pick one. So if you're interested in how to, a lot of times students ask, how do I get registered? How do I find the tutoring center? How do I check out a calculator? So all of those how-tos, that's an option. Company location or even property information, I would probably go with, I think, property information. This can be everything from where is the library, where is the tutoring center, where is the cafeteria. So anything that students typically ask for how to get to, that would be a good one for property information. People directory is also good. So anytime, they're looking for a particular instructor, a librarian, whoever it might be, we could put in some basic information. And then events, so anything from athletic events to theater events to maybe like orientation events, anything along those lines you can play around with. And then there's other categories where if you have good ideas like cafeteria menu, points of interest, it might be things that are interesting to students on campus or nearby, maybe some favorite restaurants in the area. So if you're familiar with things that students typically ask for, pick one of those to get started with. So I'm just going to select, let's go with let's go with property information. And then you add template. So when you add template, it's going to take you down to step 2 where you start adding data. If you notice with this, they have all these categories. It's in a spreadsheet format, and you have all of these fields that you can fill in. So let's say we want to do tutoring center. You can type it right here, tutoring center. And then you can go to the next field, next cell, and put in other names that we may refer to it as far as employees or students may ask for it. And if you look, when you have multiples, you put this little symbol in between to show that they're, multiple names. Then you can go on over the building. This would be the building name at South Mountain. So let's say LRC. And then the phone number. So a phone number that students could call. If we know the hours, you could put that in. Address, you could just put in South Mountain's address. or leave it blank. And then if there's not an actual text or information to enter into one of these fields or cells, just leave it blank. You don't have to have information in it. So then you would save the data. This would be saved to your skill. Now another way to do this, let's say you have a lot of information or the information is already available in a spreadsheet, then what you can do is you can actually download the data. And this will download a CSV file to your computer, and then you can edit it there. And the one thing we discussed during the Wednesday session, that if it's information that's going to need to be updated on a regular basis, or we're going to need help from other people to update, what we will want to do is actually download this data. So you click on the button, download data. It's going to put it into a CSV file. And let me find it on my computer. I'm working on my other screen here, so that's why you can't see me looking for my file. But that's okay, just give me a minute. Okay. All right, I'm getting it to open up. Hang on, it opened with, did not open with Excel. I wanted to open with Excel. So this is what the same information looks like in a spreadsheet versus what's actually in the editor, on-screen editor. So with this information, what we can do now, you can edit it directly here, save it. Once you have it the way you want it, you would upload it back into the skill. The other thing we could do is take this, upload it into Google Sheets, where it's now a collaborative spreadsheet that we can share with others on campus or multiple people on campus that may be helping us to keep that information updated. So then every so often, whoever would be overseeing the skill would download a CSV file from the Google Sheet that would then come back into the skill, upload it in order to upload the data. So just keep that in mind. But take whatever approach you would like. If you want to just try, if you're beginning and you're not quite sure, you're not comfortable with Excel, edit directly here and then click Save. If you know you're going to have a lot of data, you already know you're going to be working with Excel and Google Sheets and having people share in the responsibilities of keeping the data updated, then go ahead and play around with this other option. Once you have data uploaded, you will go to View Questions. And then this is where you can start updating, like right here, what are the tutoring center's business hours? Okay, the other data in the spreadsheet's bathroom, so it's like, what are the business hours of the bathroom? But you can see that the questions will update, but you can go in and edit and modify that information too. And then from there, I have not done the next step, but it looks like you can test out your questions to see how they will work before you actually make it public, and you can try out your skill set. So play around. If you have any questions, let Bradley and I know. Shoot us an email. Or if you want to record a quick video and share that back with us to let us know how it's going, that would be wonderful too. So good luck and have fun playing.